Hello to the Wrestle Vomit podcast, an extension of the can't fucking speak. Extension of the Vomit series of podcasts. As always, I'm your host, Mac Taylor, and with me is one half of the Cunninghams. Joe's here today. Amber is working, so she could not be here too. But the belt's here. She's here in spirit. We have a decent amount of wrestling to talk about. We were on the go home shows, the Money in the Bank for WWE this week, so there were some things to talk about there. We had night one of Fyter Fest at Dynamite, and goddamn, did they do a good night one pay-per-view,
dude.
So we'll do as always, we do the WWE side first because we like to get the irritating stuff out of the way.
Yes.
So we can get to the good. So we'll start out with Monday Night Raw. And we kicked it off with Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Not a bad match. You know, Lashley's always consistent. Xavier actually got some moves in and got the roll-up victory, which shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have thought there was a world where Xavier Woods picks up a win on Lashley.
Fuck no.
Cleanly. Yeah, this was cool. But like this, we'll talk about it later, but it sets up some stuff that actually makes sense in a storyline. So like, it's rare. We don't get this a lot in the main roster, but like this actually wasn't useless. So then we got something that was a little goofy, but I enjoyed it nevertheless. It was Jinder Mahal and his crew stole Drew McIntyre's sword.
Yes.
But it wasn't really his sword. It was a fake sword. Because every Scotsman knows you don't bring your real sword to a fist fight.
No, you can't do that.
You can't be doing that. So
Drew should know better.
Drew then wrecks Jinder Mahal's motorcycle. He just kind of starts pulling everything off with his bare hand.
Pulling pieces off of it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice bike too, man. I'm like, damn, Drew, take it easy a little bit.
That stuff can be, it's not like you like wrecked the whole thing. Like you could put the stuff back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like ripping the sides off and shit.
Yeah. It's funny.
I'm glad that they're actually building this up though, that it's not just like a match that we have.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad they're putting some care in it. Maybe we'll actually get a pay-per-view match between these two.
I could see it happening. I think it's going to at some point.
And then we got back to our other installment of let's just throw a bunch of our women's division wrestlers into a match and hope something happens.
It's so stupid, dude.
So we had Asuka versus Naomi versus Nikki, almost a superhero, and Alexa Bliss. On paper, that sounds fine.
Right, but it's right before Money in the fucking Bank, dude.
Right, and
they're doing it
half
again.
your Money in the Bank.
Again.
And they've also been wrestling each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Alexa spends most of her time messing around with Eva and Doudrop, then just disappears. And then Nikki got another roll-up victory. It's like, again, she could get 1,000. At this point, she probably will get 1,000. You can't roll anybody up at Money in the Bank. You can't do that. You can't. You can't roll the briefcase up. It doesn't work that way. So I don't know what they're doing here, man.
I don't know either. It almost seems like they're trying to do something with her, but like you said, dude, you can have 1,000 fucking roll-up pins, and it's irrelevant, dude.
It really is,
and that's all she's done.
Yeah, and the most of the match, Naomi and Asuka really carried the wrestling.
Yeah.
Particularly Naomi looked really good in this match.
Yeah.
So really, if anyone benefited from this match, it was Naomi.
Yeah.
So again, just because someone gets a roll-up victory doesn't mean you.
It doesn't mean shit, dude. Especially if you've been doing it for the last fucking 3 weeks.
She hasn't had a clean victory.
No.
Maybe since her and Alexa were tag teaming.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, it's a shame. I gave it 1.5 stars.
And Nikki, you know, we've all seen what Nikki can do. We know she can do better than that. She can get actual victories, you know.
All 4 of these women can do phenomenal things.
Yeah.
They're all former champions.
Yeah.
Well, except for Nikki.
Except for Nikki.
Alexa, Naomi, and Asuka are all former champions.
Yep.
Give them more.
Yep. And Nia.
Then we got Styles versus Ivar. It was an okay match, but it was just really quick. Like,
Yeah.
most of this was spent on promos.
Yeah.
And I understand why they did this because we got the tag title match tonight.
Finally.
Yeah, after like 4 weeks.
It's been almost like a month, dude.
It has been
stupid.
A month.
Yeah.
Ivar is so talented though. He's just
man.
For a 300-pounder, the guy just moves. It's every time I see him wrestle, it's impressive.
That's great, man. I fucking love them, dude.
And he actually did get the pin on Styles, which I was like, holy shit, that's a big win for Ivar.
Yeah.
Then on the flip, though, we got Omos versus Eric, which was just Omos throwing Eric around the ring.
Yeah.
And got a quick victory there. So I gave Styles and Ivar 2.5 stars because if they had more time, it would have been a really good match.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough time. And then Omos and Eric, I gave 1 star because I really hate Omos.
Yeah.
Then Sheamus just basically beat the shit out of Humberto Carrillo.
Seen that before.
I guess for the US title. But then Priest comes out, and I guess he's next in line. I think we're gonna get Priest and Sheamus for the US title.
Dude. Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. That'll be a good fucking match, man. They're both about the same size.
If they let them wrestle, they'll have a great match.
That should be a pay-per-view match, though. To really get it
on the pre-show.
Get it to what it really should be. It should be a pay-per-view match.
On Smackdown Dark. Sheamus and Damian Priest for the US title right after Odyssey Jones takes on DH Smith. Same caliber, clearly.
Yeah. So dumb, man.
Then we got something that was really good, and it was what we talked about, just giving these guys more time. We had Ricochet versus John Morrison.
Yeah. They
gave them more time and a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation, and they fucking delivered.
Yes.
Ricochet did a 450 from the barricade. That you have no room, nor do you have no height. No. And he still hit it perfectly. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. It was fucking impressive, dude. And that's what Ricochet fucking does, dude.
He's a freak of nature.
And it's taken them this long to actually
figure that out.
Yeah. And to put him in shit that actually means something.
Yeah. They even did a fucking ladder spot in this match.
Yeah.
Jumbo got put through the ladder. I was like, oh my God, we're getting pre-Money in the Bank spots here.
Yeah.
And then there was a really funny spot where Miz kept interfering. So Riddle just puts his wheelchair on his back and is
he's fucking flailing like a goddamn turtle.
That was awesome.
Yes, that was fucking funny.
3.5 stars for this. Really, this was a great match. We had good spots that weren't just pure shenanigans, and it was a good finish.
Yep. Even though Jomo won, but that's okay.
Either way, it's exciting.
Yeah, it was a good match. Really good fucking match. That's what those two can do given time.
Yeah, because what we were talking about is give them time, especially like both these guys, tremendous athletes. Yeah. And they even gave them the stip. They went above what we asked. They said, and here's also Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Good stipulation.
Then we got Rhea versus Natalya, which is actually a pretty decent match. They just didn't give them enough time. Again, it's what we usually say about it. But like Natalya really is, she's the veteran of the women's division. Right. And Rhea's kind of the part of the younger group. And so like, seeing them lock up is always kind of cool. Natalya is way more technical. Rhea's more of like a brawler type.
Yep.
But Riptide finish, and then Charlotte, of course, came out and interfered because we gotta keep
that going.
Yep.
Fucking stupid, dude. Just end it.
Well, hopefully tonight we'll be done.
I hope so.
Probably not, but
because I don't want to see this shit continue, man. It's just been going on long enough.
Yeah, but then like, who's next in line?
I don't know, dude.
Guess we'll find out whoever wins the briefcase.
You got to remember, though, Becky's coming back at some point.
Yeah, there's rumors it could be tonight. Because I thought they were going to keep that mystery spot open.
Yeah.
And she could have very well just got that. That could have been Becky in that spot. That would have been great.
That would have been fucking nuts, man.
But then they put Tamina in that spot. And then I was like, okay.
Which makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Like, I can see Natty being in it, over Tamina.
But even that was like a last minute replacement. for Carmella because Carmella replaced Bayley.
Right.
So then we got the VIP lounge, and MVP had the hoe train and the champagne, and Lashley said, "No, get it out of here." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been telling you to get rid of these bitches for a month.
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Yeah.
Taking screen time.
They're done, dude."
And he trashed the set, and he said, "We're serious now. I lost to Xavier Woods."
Yeah.
And I like that. I like serious Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
Yeah. So like the segment earlier had a steady flow into this segment, and it all made sense for a storyline purpose.
Yeah.
Good job, Raw. I mean, you didn't get it all right, but you got some of it, and goddamn it, that's more than what you've been doing.
Not a bad Raw, dude.
Yeah, I was not upset.
I don't think we're going to see the hose anymore, though.
Good.
I think they're going bye-bye.
Good to know we're not taking the hoe train on the road with us. We'll start traveling around.
They'll get girls from every city like Godfather used to.
It's
not happening anymore.
Can we just get the Godfather back?
Right.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
So then we head over to the Black and Gold brand, NXT. We had a pretty decent card on this one. I wouldn't say it was anything like spectacular.
No.
But we got Dakota Kai versus Ember Moon. This is Ember's solo now. Shots is in the main roster. So, and I was sad to see them broken up because they're such a good team.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to do a whole lot with Ember Moon right now because she lost to Gonzalez. So she loses to Kai here, but it was a good match. These two wrestle each other enough. They know what to do.
They do.
But then Xia Li came out and challenged Raquel Gonzalez.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not a big Xia Li fan.
I like her more now than I did, when they had her little first gimmick or whatever it was that they were doing.
She has more of a footing now with this new gimmick than she did before. That's for sure.
Yes.
I don't know. It just hasn't quite clicked with me yet.
I dig it, dude. Do I think she has a chance? No,
I think Gonzalez is going to retain. I think she should retain, honestly. She's on a roll right now with it. We still need to have a good hefty reign. So when she does get knocked off, it's like, whoa.
It's going to be a surprise, whoever fucking beats her. But I don't think it's Xia.
So then we got Bobby Fish has returned.
Bobby Fish!
To take on Tyler Rust of Diamond Mine. And before we knew it, Tyler Rust beat Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
And Kushida arrives for the save because, Diamond Mine is in full force now. It makes sense to give Tyler Rust the win here. You don't want to have any one member of the group looking weak right now.
I get it.
And there was a lot of shenanigans. It's not like he beat him super clean.
Right.
So I'll let this one go. Plus, where's Bobby Fish's career really going to go?
Yeah.
No offense to the guy, very accomplished wrestler, but he's in the decline of his career. Yeah. This whole Diamond Mine thing's supposed to be going, to the moon. Yeah. So, yeah, this made perfect sense for booking.
I get why they
Still
had
made me sad.
Beat him, but I was like, man, really? Like, what the fuck are they gonna do with Fish now? Are they just gonna keep?
I don't know how many years he's got left in his career, man. He's like in his
40s, right?
Yeah, he's like one of 42, the older members of UE.
Yeah.
Because he was a veteran when he was in Ring of Honor and shit. Like he's been wrestling for a long time.
Yeah.
So who knows? He may retire soon.
He might. Decent match though. It wasn't bad.
I mean, Bobby Fish is a very, very solid wrestler. I think Tyler Rust is all right, depending on who you pair him with. He doesn't have that perfect style. Yeah.
Right.
There's a reason why Roddy's the leader of this group.
Yeah. Speaking of Roddy, I know that's going to be a match, dude. Strong and Fish.
Yeah, but we're going to eventually get Strong and Kushida.
That too.
And that's going to be really good.
Yeah. Dude. That's going to be fucking awesome.
It's going to be submissions and backbreakers. Just all over the fucking place. It's gonna be great.
Knees. Don't forget the knees.
Out of nowhere with the knee. Then we got Saray versus Gigi Dolan,
something.
This match was shit.
It was.
And it had nothing to do with Saray.
Nope.
But this is how this match was booked. I just wrote not good in my notes. That's all I wrote.
It wasn't. It really
It
was
wasn't
not that
good.
good of a match.
It didn't do either of these women anything.
Mm-mm.
And it was the definite weak spot on the card here
Yes.
for NXT. So moving right along, we had Dexter Lumis for Santos Escobar. Interesting pairing. Like I was like, okay, different styles.
Yep.
Dexter got his stuff in the beginning there. Because Santos Escobar, like he does the slide across the ring, and Escobar jumped out. He's like, that guy's creepy. And then he crawled under the ring and tried to pull him under and stuff.
Yep.
Fun stuff there. But of course, Legado del Fantasma, bunch of interference stuff. Escobar gets the win here, and we're setting up for Escobar versus Swerve for the North American title. Yes.
Yeah.
All of that, yes.
Dude, that match when it does happen,
it's gonna be fire.
Nuts.
Just
Nuts.
no more rapping. Hit row. No more.
No. Just stay in the back, actually. Do everybody a fucking favor and stay your asses back fucking stage.
I think it's gonna be Hit Row versus LDS. I think, Wild and Mendoza are gonna have to wrestle Top Dollar and whatever the other guy's name is.
Yeah,
Adonis
I can see
or something.
I can see that.
Now there is a very clear difference in ability.
Oh yeah.
You have Hit Row, who I don't even know if those two guys can wrestle. And we have Legado del Fantasma, who are fantastic performers.
Yes.
So I don't know how a stable warfare would do there, but Swerve and Escobar, I'm all for that.
Yeah, that match is going to be fucking awesome, dude.
All for it. And then at the end, awesome. Indy Hartwell gets down there. She tries to carry Dexter Lumis away. And then they fall on the ground. They almost kiss, but here comes Candice LeRae.
Just leave them alone, Candice. Let them do their fucking thing. Everybody wants to see it.
This was great, though. I understand why they did this at the end, because we set up Swerve and Escobar, and also this whole index thing got progressed a little further. So good.
Yeah.
Then we got the first match in this year's breakout tournament, which I'm always excited for these, because we always get to see who's the next group of NXT stars, right? So we got Ikemen Jiro versus Duke Hudson. Jiro, I don't see him being a main eventer.
No,
he's got a good style, but like cruiserweight title, maybe North American title. Now, Duke Hudson.
Oh, dude.
This guy, great wrestler and good heel. I see him going places.
He's going to, man. He whooped the fuck out of whatever his fucking name is, Ikemen or whatever.
Ikemen Jiro.
Whooped his ass, dude.
And he's just got that heel charisma that you just want to punch him in the face. And that's what you want in your heel. And he's got this like really hard hitting style that's good for NXT.
Yeah.
This guy, this is the guy to look out for, not only in this tournament, but just in NXT in the future.
Yeah. He's going to be good, man.
Jiro was trained by Tajiri, and that was very evident when he pulled the tarantula out during the match. I was like,
yeah. I haven't seen that in a long ass time.
Yeah. So I did narc out for that, but good clean win for Duke Hudson to kind of set him up as this dominant force in the future.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's going to be somebody that's a force to be reckoned with for sure.
And I'm excited to keep going with this thing. Like I said, this tournament, we know that Carmelo Hayes is in this tournament.
Yeah,
that kid's going to be great. So I'm very excited to see the kind of matches we get out of this.
Yes.
So then we got Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter versus the Robert Stone brand. So we had one really good team against one really shitty team. So I gave the match 2 stars because I gave it 1 star purely because Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro won this match, and 1 star because the match was actually shit, because the poor Casey and Caden had to carry the other
whole
two
fucking
match.
Yeah.
But I think Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro, they're going places in the tag division. So
they are.
And they better never break up this team, because it's such a good pairing.
They are.
So, to the moon with these two.
Do it. Fucking do it.
And then we started setting up Bronson versus Cole.
Yeah.
because we thought maybe Bronson may go to the main roster because he lost the title and he wrestled the matches on Dark, but it seems like he's at least got a program with Adam Cole first, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'd love to see Bronson and Cole go at it, man.
It'd be a good match.
Yeah, really good match.
But yeah, we'll see what's to come of that in the future. But they set it up. Then we got throughout the night, but we're just going to talk about it in one part. We got Cameron Grimes being the butler of LA Knight. And every time LA Knight was trying to make him miserable, he just had a blast.
Yeah.
Like when he put him in the suit, he's like, man, I look great. And these gloves are awesome.
Such a fun segment throughout the night, dude. It was great.
And then he told him to mow the lawn, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just jump on this tractor." And he's like, "No, with the little push thing." And then he's like, "Oh, it's okay, man. My grandma used to chase me with this all the time." And then when he comes back out there, he hired a kid, a little kid to do. I was like, "Yes." And then he goes to sweep up the money and knocks
and pushes fucking Knight into the pool. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." That's how this whole thing is going to go.
I told you, Grimes is going to make this thing work. And LA Knight's good too.
Yeah.
But Grimes is just, he can make any character gimmick work. When he eventually gets that rematch, he's going to win that $1 million title, and it's going to be great. But until then, we're going to get some very funny segments with this whole Butler thing. So I am all for it all.
Yes. It's so funny, dude.
And then we got our main event. NXT title, Karrion Kross, Johnny Gargano, Samoa Joe, special guest referee. I was hoping this would be when Kross lost the strap.
No.
But it sets up something in the future. I mean, Gargano, he never looks bad. This guy's just incredible.
Yes.
Kross didn't look bad here, though, either. He did a couple of suplex spots, like chain wrestling spots. I was like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. If it takes like getting paired with Gargano for you to finally do something other than like a couple of suplexes and elbow shots
out of the ring, and
he actually tried in this one, so I'll give him credit.
Yeah.
So he beats Gargano and then chokes out Joe, which you got him this time.
Right.
You ain't going to get him next time.
Watch the fuck out, Kross, because Joe's going to kill you, and I can't fucking
Regal's
wait.
going to give him full permission now.
I cannot fucking wait, dude.
So I think this is going to set up Joe versus Kross NXT title, and Joe ain't leaving without that belt.
Fuck no, dude.
So if this is what it took to get that, okay.
Yeah.
So that was NXT. Like I said, pretty solid show, just not the best. There was a couple of flops.
Couple.
So then we headed over to SmackDown, the actual go home show before Money in the Bank, and this was pretty solid SmackDown.
It was.
But the fans are back, and I think that they wanted to make a better SmackDown.
Yes.
For the fans being back.
Yes.
Because right out the gate, McMahon came out. So like, where you been?
And then leaves.
And then leaves because
typical McMahon style.
He's got to go rip up some more Raw scripts. Be back. But they started out with the big match that would normally be a main event.
Yeah.
Which was the Bloodline. Roman Reigns and the Usos versus the Mysterios and Edge.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Edge's music hit, that crowd lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And Edge lost his mind because this is what he's been waiting for.
Yeah.
So, and it was nice just to hear that like full capacity crowd going.
Dude, it brings so much more to fucking wrestling.
It really does. And this crowd, like I said, because it was the first one back, they were just red hot all night. Every spot, every like face entry, like people were just fucking ready.
Yes.
And that made the show better.
Yes.
So we get this match, 6-man tag. Edge and Ray have teamed before. They're former tag champs in their own right. Yeah. So this all made a lot of sense. Everyone had a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
Minus Dom, but he's new.
Yeah.
But Dom looked pretty good. He did a moonsault.
Yeah.
He took a lot of the brunt force from the Usos and Roman for a while. Got planted on a table. by Roman.
Yeah.
Roman caught a 619, which looked pretty good, but Edge speared the shit out of him. I mean, like,
Yes.
that was a rough spear.
Yes.
And then it ends up with Jay rolling up Ray.
Yep.
For the win here. So, neither Reigns nor Edge were going to be involved with the pinfall because you got to wait till Sunday to see that shit. But we're also getting the Mysterios versus the Usos tonight, which I didn't know about till I just looked at the card a few minutes ago.
Is that going to be on the pre-show?
It is going to be on the pre-show.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
It's not Sheamus this time.
I think the Usos are going to win, dude.
I don't know. It depends on what they're going to do. If Reigns is going to keep the title, then the Usos will probably win. But I don't know if Reigns is going to keep the title.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, this is the first time since Mania where I've actually been back and forth on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, great match to start.
Yeah.
Not just for the audience, but everybody. Like, this is a solid. You can't really go wrong here.
No.
Then we got Rollins in the back mocking Edge. And it doesn't matter if you do win the title. I hope you win the belt against Roman, because then I'm going to win Money in the Bank and I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, Rollins is extremely confident, man.
And he's also wearing, like, he's got like a red dress shirt with like
what was it, like triangles or something all over it?
Well, no, it was stars because it was like the flag. Because he had a blue jacket with stars and then like a red shirt. Yeah. So he was essentially the American flag. I love Rollins' suit gimmick. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it gets me every single time.
Yeah.
Then Sami Zayn came out to have himself a meltdown. Now, I thought, okay, here we go. KO's gonna come out. We're gonna do this thing again. No, fucking Finn Balor.
Fucking Balor, dude.
Back on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That was huge. I would have never saw that coming.
No.
Beat up Sami Zayn, and it's okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
What's is Apollo the trajectory for Finn? I don't know, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully they don't fuck it up again.
Yes, dude. Do not fuck up Balor this time.
He had to go back to NXT just to show you what he could do.
Yeah.
Don't fuck. And also, if you bring Cross up, do not use Balor to get crossover.
No.
He already did that.
Fucking do it.
He already did that over there.
Already did it. Don't do it again.
So
Balor is way better than that.
I was excited, but I was also like, oh, please don't fuck this up.
Yeah. That's how I am too. That's always going to be in the back of my mind too.
For everybody.
After he lost the Universal title, look how long it took him to get the IC title. And then
he deserves a shot at the Universal title again.
Fuck yes, he does. Fuck yes, he does.
He's the first ever champion.
Yeah.
And that's when they mentioned that Tamina's in the Money in the Bank. They were like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, she's in that.
Yeah, whatever.
And then we got Natalya and Tamina versus the rebranded Shotzi and Knox. Yep. They just took away parts of their names because they always do that in the main roster.
I don't get it.
And then this is an okay match, but Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan were on commentary. And no offense to either participant, but this was the most annoying thing.
Oh, dude, it was.
I turned the volume down on my TV just so I didn't have to hear it.
Yeah. They were just bitching, cat fight.
Just back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, the whole fucking time. Shut up.
The other commentators didn't hardly get a word in.
No.
Because these two were going over. Poor McAfee was trying.
Was like, we'll take care of this eventually.
Well, then they started going, because I did write down something that McAfee said because they were bickering back and forth. And she's like, you want to go, bruh? You want to go, bruh? And then they got up and he goes, oh, I thought they were just making a joke about that, but they're actually going to fight now. Like he thought they were saying bruh, like as a joke. And then they stood up and went at it. And he's like, oh, okay. That's unironically.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm just as confused as you, McAfee.
Yeah. You're not alone, buddy.
But yeah, this was a decent match. And Tegan Knox hits the shiniest wizard, gets the clean. That's twice now that they've got the pinfall and the tag champs.
Yeah, man. It's insane, dude.
Are they going to put the straps right on Knox and Shotzi right out the gate? Because they beat the champs twice, clean.
Yeah, they have 2 weeks in a row, dude. I don't know.
And the first time was a roll up, but this time was an actual like finisher win.
Yeah, they could do it, dude.
And then there was some shenanigans there because the tag champs are in Money in the Bank. They had to lock up with Liv and Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
Liv ended up coming out on top with this exchange. As long as I don't have to hear him on commentary anymore.
Yeah, it's fine. Do whatever you guys need to do.
And then we got
just don't talk.
We got the very, very rushed match of Bianca Belair versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah.
I will just go ahead and say this. I understand Bayley is injured.
Yeah.
Tore her ACL.
Yeah.
That was legit. We thought it could have been kayfabe because they said while training, but no, she legit while like working out tore her ACL.
Yeah.
And is going to be out for 9 months.
Yeah. That sucks, dude.
And that really sucks. So, because there was an I Quit match supposed to happen between the two at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
At that point, just say, okay, Belair, you don't have to wrestle. You don't have to just throw somebody at her.
No.
One, because when you're that rushed, you're probably not going to have a good match planned out.
Exactly.
And two, what the fuck has Carmella done lately to deserve a automatic Money in the Bank entry and then an automatic title shot?
Well,
and it's no offense to Carmella, but they literally just gave it to her.
Yeah. Well, you know, that goes back to previous Money in the Banks. She's always in it.
Yeah.
Every year. So them putting her in it again makes sense, but just handing her the spot, I don't understand.
Yeah, just have her have a match.
Yeah.
And
qualify like everybody else.
And if you really wanted her to go against Belair, you could have had some sort of battle royal.
Yeah.
You could have had some sort of elimination match. You could have had a tournament.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be like right now.
Yeah. Or they could have made the same. They could have waited for tonight to have that match and have it be the same stipulation and I Quit match. Yeah. It doesn't really make sense because of, you know, it's still
because
she
just kind of got plucked in there.
Yeah,
but
it's a fresh storyline, but they could have waited to do that shit tonight. They really could have.
But yeah, this whole thing just felt rushed. There was one really good spot in it though, where Belair goes for that cartwheel splash as she does, but Carmella like rolled over, so she had to like adjust her length, so she went just a little further with it. But it was seamless. There wasn't I was like, wow, that's Belair is so impressive.
She is, man.
So deserving of the spot she's in.
Yeah.
Carmella, I mean, she does her job here. She looks like the heel.
Yep.
Tries to tap out Belair. Belair just turns that into a vertical suplex.
She's so fucking strong, man.
Mella grabs her hair, starts stomping her head, and she gets that hair back, whips her in the stomach, and hits that KOD. We're done here.
And that's it.
Title retained.
Yes.
I gave it 3 stars though, just because you know what? For what both these girls were given, they made it work.
They did. It was a good match.
Yeah, I can't complain about this.
No.
Other than we should have just gave it more time to grow instead of just being like, and here's this match.
Yeah, a build up would have been nice, but I understand. You know, they didn't have a lot of time after they found out that.
Speaking of shit that just got thrown at us, Otis and Cesaro are now having this thing. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to make Otis like this dominant force. But like,
which he can be.
He can be. But we're throwing him with random people.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, dude.
Like Cesaro just came out of this Rollins thing.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, hey, by the way, and also now he's facing Otis. Like he's just falling more and more down the card, and it's so sad.
It is, man.
And then as the match starts getting going, Gable just interferes for a DQ, and I'm like, what was the fucking point of this?
Because Gable knows that Cesaro could fucking whoop Otis's ass.
I know kayfabe. I mean, it's like booking wise, like,
yeah.
Why did we even put this on the card if we were just gonna bullshit it?
I don't know. I feel so bad for fucking Cesaro, man. That dude cannot catch a fucking break to save his life.
He's a fucking main eventer.
Yes.
The guy he's a great wrestler. He makes shit work. You literally have given him nothing his entire career, and he's got over with the fans on his own.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where everyone had signs and shit. Like, people, he got himself over, which is like the most impossible thing to do.
Yeah.
Without being pushed.
Yeah.
So reward this man.
Do something with him. Something relevant.
All he wants to do is have a good match.
Fuck, man. I don't know what they're fucking, I don't know what their deal is with him, man. He deserves a fucking major title.
Honestly,
dude.
He's one of the guys I thought would have went to AEW by now, just because and I know you're always going to want to talk about people going to AEW because it's just better, but even Impact or like Japan or something, like if Cesaro goes to Japan, he's a star.
Oh yeah.
Like that guy's doing 60-minute matches on every fucking circuit you can think of. Like,
yeah.
So it's just a shame to see him just literally wasted.
It is, man. It sucks. It sucks so bad.
Speaking of people they really seem to not like with their booking, Corbin comes out. His hair has grown more a little, so he's got like this. He looks like shit,
dude. He does.
And he's talking about like, I'm losing my house. My daughter's sick from eating canned spaghetti. I started a GoFundMe, and then KO stuns him, and I'm like,
yes.
What did this guy do? You knew when he came out he was gonna do.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, what?
Begging people for money.
Who did Corbin piss off in booking that they were like, you know what? Fuck you. Everything you love is gone.
I don't think he's pissed anybody off. That's just what Corbin has been doing for the last 2 years, is just being a doormat for people.
Well, it's going to continue. And
he's okay with it, apparently. Because...
I mean, they're paying him. At least they're paying him.
Yeah.
So this set up the main event, which felt really rushed. It was Big E, Nakamura, KO, and Rollins. Again, you had to have 4 people in your Money in the Bank in a fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
But the thing is that these 4 guys could have a really good match, but you only gave them like 8 minutes. So it's kind of hard to really get spots in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But we had a double superplex, and then Rollins tried to hit a frog splash and missed. So he just like lands in the center of the ring on the hard camera.
Yeah.
Kind of looked funny the way it was, like the way the camera picked it up. But there was a whole bunch of shenanigans. Rollins gets a ladder. And KO climbs it and puts Kingston Nakamura through the announce table.
Yeah.
And then Rollins gets the pinfall over Big E, which again makes sense because I think Rollins is the front runner heading into Monday.
I think he's definitely one of them for sure.
So, it makes sense to give him the win here.
Yeah.
And that is SmackDown.
Yes.
And that's WWE this week. Again, some good stuff. It's not like it usually is where we're like, all garbage.
Yeah. And hopefully, I think Raw tomorrow is going to be pretty decent because that's going to be the first Raw back with the live.
And we're going to start building the SummerSlam too. And hopefully they take a lot more care with their SummerSlam booking because it, according to, financial purposes, it is very important that SummerSlam go well for them.
Yes, it has to.
So, and I've heard McMahon is very nervous. So I hope that means like, give the people what they want for God's sakes, or you will not make your money. And that
should be.
And at the end of the day, you've always said it's all about the money. Well, the money ain't there right now, so you need to make it there.
No. SummerSlam needs to be big, dude, because like we've been saying, man, AEW is fucking right on their fucking heels, dude.
All Out tickets sold out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Minutes, not hours, not days, minutes. That's never happened at a WWE show.
No. And the pre-sales for All Out sold out. The pre-sales.
It's insane.
WWE, what do you got now,
literally made their top dollar in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking insane, dude.
It is. So
it's nuts.
Speaking of, we're heading over to AEW. We're going to talk about Dark and Dark Elevation. First, though, we brings us to a segment on this show we like to call The Jobber Report.
Ooh, nice. Yes.
This week, these following superstars beat jobbers: Thunder Rosa, Riho, Powerhouse Hobbs, Layla Hirsch, The Acclaimed, Scorpio Sky, Ty Conti, Matt Hardy, Brian Cage, Diamante, Ethan Page, Big Swole, Top Flight Dante Martin, Eva Luno and Stu Grayson, Dolph Ziggler's brother, Penelope Ford, Kazarian, Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson, who had a new pair of tights. They're purple and actually have his initials on them.
Wow, nice.
Good for him. Julia Hart, The Blade, Private Party, and another win for Powerhouse Hobbs.
Damn.
This has been the Jobber Report.
Yeah.
All right, so I know the actual show, the actual matches that had some meaning. Just had to get those jobber ones out of the way.
Yeah. It's all Dark is, really.
It's a lot of pointless wrestling I watched there.
Yeah.
But the actual matches, we had Fuego del Sol versus Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
We all knew Matt Hardy was going to win. I mean, come on now. But Fuego got a couple of things in there, but ended up getting a twist of fate and got tapped out by the Leech.
Yeah.
I like that Matt Hardy added a submission move to his arsenal.
Yeah.
I think
he doesn't really do that a whole lot. And hasn't really.
It's new. He's not really been a submission wrestler, but that's kind of been his thing lately. I like it.
Yeah.
Then we got Kylan King versus Yuka Sakazaki. Not a big fan of Sakazaki. No. I don't know why. It just doesn't get over. I like Kylan King.
Yeah.
But Kylan King took the fall here.
Yep.
Because I don't know. This Sakazaki, some of her moves just don't land right. And it's just, I don't know, like her matches, it's not that exciting.
No, it's not.
Especially compared to like some of the other stuff you see on these cards. It's like, oh, well, this is clearly the weakest link. Like we'll talk about Fyter Fest, but there was one match that was clearly not like the others.
Yes. Yeah.
So then we got the Acclaimed and Chaos Project, which is the most random pairing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Versus the Gun Club and Varsity Blondes. Which made sense there because literally one team is all blonde, big blonde dudes.
Yeah.
And the other team is a duo of rappers and Chaos Project.
Yeah. Serpentico and Luther.
So it's like, it just, one, you knew who was taking the loss here. And two, it just seemed, see, the dogs agree. They're like, hey, listen, this is strange.
Oh, Amber's home. That's why they're freaking out.
The champ is here.
The champ is here.
So yeah, the crowd was super into Billy Gunn in this. Everything Billy Gunn did was like, just like, oh, that's the best thing ever. Apparently this was the crowd that was also going to Monday Night Raw in the 90s because they were just like, Billy Gunn, yes!
Yeah. Mr. Ass, yes.
And like Luther tried to like jump on Billy Gunn and Gunn moved, so he ended up just jumping on Serpentico.
Yeah.
But then everyone on the Blondes team just started slamming each other onto Serpentico. So Serpentico just took like 8 bumps in a row.
Sounds about right. I mean, what else would they do with him?
But Pillman took a neck breaker onto Max Caster's knees from Anthony Bowen. That was a nasty spot.
Yeah.
And Serpentico missed a Bronco buster and just kind of like racked himself on the turnbuckle. So Pillman pins Luther for the win here. I gave it 3 stars though. I had fun with this match. And the Acclaim said they want the Varsity Blondes before they run a train on Julia Hart. And I was like, whoa, this ain't supposed to be on television.
It's TNT, man.
It's all fun and games. So someone starts bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
Cover your ears, kids. The Acclaim's on the mic.
Don't listen to this.
Then we got Allen 5 Angels against Brian Cage. Again, you knew who was going to go home with the W here.
Yeah.
Angels tried, but goddamn, Cage is a literal machine.
He really is.
Drill Claw for the win here. I gave it 2.5 stars just because it was kind of a one-sided match, but still had a nice flow to it. I mean, Allen Angels is a good wrestler, but Cage, it's like, again, what are you going to do against Cage?
Right. There's not much.
Then we got Lee Johnson versus Jungle Boy, which actually was a really good match.
Yeah.
Like we had 1,000 arm drags in the beginning of the match. It was like, see, I do an arm drag this way, and then you do a flip in an arm drag, and then I'll do 2 flips in an arm drag.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, guys, get it all in, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of flying maneuvers and stuff. A lot of really, really good stuff too with Jungle Boy had like a brain buster into a Death Valley Driver combo, which was
which was nice. Fucking like that was bad as fuck, dude.
And then there was that series of roll-up pins, which ended up with Jungle Boy getting the win. Yep. 3.5 stars. Lee Johnson is another guy that's going to be something in the future.
I think so too. Yeah.
So this was like watching, two guys before their prime locking it up, which is nice.
Yeah.
Then we got Private Party, and forgive me if I say his name wrong. It's Joel,
something like that. That's how I say it.
Against Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta. They're really trying to get this Wheeler Yuta guy.
Yeah.
Like he's got like 3 different matches that I talk about today. Not super impressed though.
No. They need Trent back for sure.
Yeah, for sure they need Trent back. He's always getting injured though. Like
I know it, man.
Like every other week, it's like he's back out, and he's also gonna be out for a couple of minutes. He's back out. Okay, there he goes again.
Yeah, it sucks.
Be careful, man. We need you around.
Yeah.
Really is for this Private Party putting on a program for a while.
Yeah.
Because the other guy in their team, they just made wear Buck's jersey and stand in the corner.
Yeah.
And the one time he got into the match, he got pinned. So
there's your spot.
There's your spot, man. You got it in.
There's your spot.
2 stars. This was kind of a nothing.
Yep.
And kind of a waste of Orange Cassidy's screen time.
Yeah.
Then we got Hikaru Shida versus Julia Hart. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Julia Hart's, how we talked about like her needing more ring time and getting more fluent. I'm starting to see that grow.
Yeah,
like this match, she was pretty fluent.
Yeah.
Granted, she's wrestling a former, women's champion. Someone like Shida's a lot more experienced and can kind of help fill in those gaps.
Yeah.
But Shida's got more of this mean streak now that she's lost the title. Like she's a little more aggressive. I thought that got over pretty well. Hart took most of the bumps, but again, this seemed like a pretty solid match. I gave it 3 stars. Good for both of them. Nobody lost here.
Nope.
Because Shida got a win and Hart got a good match against a former women's champion.
Yeah, that's going to build her skills, man, for sure.
Again, 19 years old. Yeah, you're going to be just fine when you hit your prime.
Yep.
And then we got Angelico. God damn it, I always do that. I am so sorry, Angelico. Versus Darby Allin. We knew who was walking away with victory here.
Yeah.
But Angelico, I really enjoy him. He is the better half of TH2.
I agree 100%.
Both in character and just wrestling ability. Like the guy's really good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
And Darby never has a bad match. The guy's just so talented.
Yeah.
But there was this point where Angelico has like a figure 4, but it's not like with the legs. He's using his arms to apply a figure 4. I was like, that is interesting. I like that.
Yeah, it looked cool. He did it really well.
And he had control until he got that cutter coffin drop combo.
Yeah.
That was all she wrote.
Yep.
But yeah, pretty solid match. Gave it 3 stars.
Yeah.
And then on Dark's matches that were actually not, there's only 2 non-jobber matches.
Ridiculous.
And that was Cesar Bononi and JD Drake taking on the Gun Club, which was basically just the Gun Club. Well, Billy Gunn got beat up by Bononi for a minute, but the rest of it was JD Drake taking bumps.
Yep.
Took the Colt 45. Obviously, the Gun Club has won a lot.
They have.
They should be pretty close to a tag title shot.
Yeah. I don't even know if they've made it into the fucking rankings though yet. Because I know Varsity Blondes.
They're number 1 again.
Number 1 right now.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up again sometime. But I'm pretty sure the Gun Club's got to be coming up because I don't think they've lost a match in a while.
I don't think they have either.
But also because they're, again, if that Trios title rumor is true,
yeah,
you got to think Gun Club's in it. Jurassic Express, Gun Club, Death Triangle. We got a lot of trios.
Yeah. A lot of fucking trios. So it looks like Varsity Blondes are 1. The Acclaimed.
Yeah, they are number 2 because they said they're going to wrestle each other.
Oh, okay.
To get a number 1 contender out of that. So yeah, that makes sense. Who's number 3?
FTR.
That's also a good one. That's one to look out for.
And then we got Private Party at 4 and Santana and Ortiz at 5.
Okay, it makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the Gun Club's probably 6.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Where's Chaos Project on this ranking?
When
are they getting a shot at the
Bucks? They're not even on the list.
So then we got Wheeler Yuta versus Angelico. Poor Angelico is just wrestling all the time.
He really is.
He does, like, he's on every show.
Yeah.
But he's dominant in this match. Like,
yeah,
he whoops some ass.
Yeah.
Very nice bridge suplex too, and Navarro death roll for the win. So yeah, Angelico, you may not have been able to win against Darby, but you can beat this Wheeler guy.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. He's doing really good, man.
And then that brought us to Wednesday, Fyter Fest, night 1.
Fyter Fest.
Holy shit, was this a good card?
It was. It really fucking was.
And they started it with a bang because we got Moxley versus Carl Anderson for the IWGP United States title.
Yeah.
This match was a banger.
Dude, I knew it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
You have 2 vets that have been doing this shit for years. Both came from fucking WWE.
Both have wrestled Japan.
Used. Yeah, both in Japan. Like, it was a good fucking match, dude.
Yeah, Anderson is very underrated.
He is.
For his wrestling ability.
Yeah.
Particularly in singles because he's always tagging with Gallows. But when he does singles, he can wrestle a fucking match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like obviously started out pretty quickly because Kingston immediately attacked Gallows. He was like, this is not going to be a 2-on-1 thing.
Right.
And that was it. Gallows never came back. I was like, God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. Go Kingston, dude.
Moxley took a suplex on the ramp, which looked like it hurt like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Rope cutter into a diving boot by Anderson.
Yeah.
Great combo.
Yeah.
They both hit stereo clotheslines on each other, so they kept just like knocking each other down, and it looked like they were just bumping hard as shit out there.
They were.
But yeah, paradigm shift win for Moxley, retains his title. But then Lance Archer says, hey, you beat me in a Texas death match in Japan. Yeah. So I want you in a Texas death match here.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's do that.
It's happening.
Those two are going to kill each other.
Dude, it's going to be fucking crazy. Crazy.
Like, both those guys are rough wrestlers regardless, but at a literal Texas death match, they're going to die.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking insane.
Very excited for that match. I'm glad they said that.
I am too. Yeah.
Because I really do enjoy Archer as well.
He's good, man.
So then we got Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage for the FTW title. Brian Cage, the longest reigning FTW champion because he's the only FTW champion.
Yeah.
But they did some really good storytelling with this match. Like,
oh yeah,
the match was so-so, but the story, they nailed it.
Yep.
At one point, Cage super kicked Starks, and I thought he broke his jaw. Like, he fucking that boot hit.
He landed that motherfucker. I
really do love Cage because he's a big dude, but he's not a stereotypical big dude. He wrestles.
He does.
And he'll get picked up and slammed and stuff, but like, you know, usually like your Brock Lesnar's and your Goldbergs, they're gonna wrestle they have a couple of moves, 5-minute matches. Brian Cage will have like a 5-star match, 30 minutes, let's go. And I can appreciate that.
I mean, look at that match that him and Hangman had at Double or Nothing.
So good.
It was fucking awesome, so good.
But Starks is a really good wrestler too.
Yeah.
Particularly a good heel. I think he's always a good shit-eating heel.
Yeah.
And Starks power bombs Cage off the top, like that. I was like, oh shit, he fucking power bombed him. Like,
yeah.
So you don't expect someone to power bomb Brian Cage.
No, especially in the size comparison. You know,
Starks is not a big guy, but he's got some muscle.
Yeah. He fucking did it.
Cage hit an F5 too.
Yeah.
almost got the win with that.
Yeah.
Hobbs stopped Starks from getting the belt, but then levels Cage with the belt. Starks pins, gets the FTW title. Team Taz has officially turned on Brian Cage.
Yeah.
So, but I think this is ultimately going to be very bad for them because now they've really pissed off Brian Cage.
He's coming for every fucking one of them.
The guy is the size of a mini car.
Yeah. You really want to fuck with him? Really? I mean, Hobbs is the only one that has
even Hobbs ain't that big.
He's not like Cage, but out of the rest of
they're going to need a truck if they need to take out Brian Cage.
Yeah.
But to beat him in Sting and Darby match, Darby had to coffin drop him from like 100 feet in the air.
Yeah.
That was the only way they were going to take him out.
Yeah. Insane.
Then we got a great setup. Cody Rhodes comes out and he's like, that shit last week was bullshit. Malachi Black, you need to come down here. And he's like, and he has this, Aleister Black, great storyteller, great promo guy. Because he comes on, he talks about a guy who killed his favorite horse. Because one day he looked at it and realized that after all the work it's done, it's worn down and it's not the same horse. So he took it out to its favorite field and put a bag over its head and finished it. Basically talking about Rhodes being washed up. Like, I'm gonna put you down.
Yeah.
And Rhodes said,
it's gonna happen.
And Rhodes said, you come down here and take another look. And he's like, okay,
let's
go
there.
Out. There he is. They lock up. They get pulled apart because you got to save that shit for the pay-per-view. I'm like,
AEW does it right.
All Out. Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it.
This match is going to be a banger.
Dude, it's going to be fucking phenomenal.
Because this will be Malachi's Black's probably first like big match in AEW. Know he's going to do everything he can to get over with it.
Yeah.
And Cody Rhodes, no slacker.
Nope.
So I'm expecting like a 5-star match at least too.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen, dude. I really hope that they save it for All Out.
It's going to be a pay-per-view match.
I hope so.
Black may wrestle a couple stuff on Dark like before to get a little extra momentum, or maybe not. Maybe that'll be his legit first match in AEW.
It could be.
Because
they're doing the same thing with Hangman and Omega.
Mm-hmm.
They're making that go all the way to All Out because it
is actually
supposed to be the main event.
They did. We'll talk about that, but they made a stipulation of how that match could happen. But it is actually scheduled for All Out. That the main event will be Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title.
To see a new champion.
I know, and we're gonna lose our fucking.
We're gonna fucking freak.
We're gonna fucking freak. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. But yeah, so we got Hangman coming down to the ring. He calls out Kenny Omega, and the entire Callous crew comes out. Yeah. I don't know why they're doing this, but I love it that everyone in the Callous crew is trying to look like 70s pimps. Like they've grown out like the mutton chops and it's all like to get. I don't know why they're doing it, but I like it. I'm into it. It's fine.
I don't know either, but I can't get over how bad the Young Bucks fucking their clothes, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like they're in the 70s. They look like Harley Race when he was the NWA World Champion. Like legit.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're going for.
I think they're trying to look like old wrestling heels, I guess.
Yeah, it's working. But goddamn, come on.
They come out, they act like they're gonna square up to Hangman. Well, guess what? Dark Order's here.
Dark Order is here.
Hangman doesn't refer to the Dark Order like a group. He refers to them like his group because he's like, the Dark Order is not afraid of you. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, Hangman is in the Dark Order.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get a 5-on-5, basically like a Survivor Series elimination match between the Callous crew and the Dark Order.
Yeah.
And if the Dark Order wins,
dude,
Hangman gets a shot and the Dark Order gets a title shot against the Bucks.
Yes.
But if the Callous crew wins, nobody gets any title shots.
Yeah. So,
but we know what's
going to happen.
But that's going to be a good match because it's probably going to be Evil Uno, Hangman, 10,
Stu Grayson,
and Johnny Hungy.
Yeah.
Because his shoulder's good.
Yeah.
So probably those 5. And then against the Bucks, Omega, Cutler, and what's that other guy's name? The one who always wrestles with like dress clothes.
Oh fuck.
Nakazawa or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be those
with
5.
The bald head.
Yeah, or will it be the Good Brothers, the Bucks, and Omega?
They could throw the good brothers in there. That would make more sense to me, I think.
Well, I figured you'd have Cutler and Nakazawa there to like eat the first 2 pins. And then have the Bucks and Omega at the wrestle the other ones, like, you know, like a 5-on-3 for a while.
Yeah, I could see that.
But they may have the Good Brothers there. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make more sense to me, because that if you have Cutler and Nakazawa in, you already know neither one of them is going to fucking do anything.
Fucking Cutler tried to get on the ring apron and Hangman cleaned his clock. Like,
yeah. Like, dude, what are you doing, man? Keep your fucking nose
with
out
the
of
spray cans.
You're gonna get beat up, dude. If you step in anybody's way, you're gonna get beat up.
Particularly Hangman's.
Yeah, don't get in there. Just leave it be.
But I also like the build up, because, like we said, Hangman has been so close to the AEW title every time since the start of the AEW title.
Yeah.
So it's gonna feel so good when he finally gets that moment.
And another reason why I know it's gonna happen at All Out is because the first All Out they had to determine the first ever AEW champion was Hangman and Jericho.
Mm-hmm. So, and then when Omega won the tournament, the finals of that tournament was Omega Main and Hangman.
Yeah.
So he's literally been right there so many times. And it's like, now it's time to reach up and grab that ring.
It's a done deal, dude.
And if the Dark Order can win the tag titles,
it's going to be huge for them.
Hangman brings the gold to the Dark Order for Brody.
Yeah.
So yeah, great setups for both those, or all three of those matches.
All 3 of them, yeah.
And then we got a throwback match. We got Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage, and this was so good,
dude. They've always done great work together.
Yeah,
and always.
It's like time. There's been no time. It's like we were still back there in the 2000s. Like these guys, both these guys are still so good in the ring.
Yeah.
And the crowd is fucking into this match.
Oh, yeah, because they know, they know. They know the nostalgia this fucking shit brings.
As soon as Christian signed with AEW, we're like, this is going to happen.
Yep.
Here it is.
We knew it.
Matt gave Christian a DDT on the steps, and I thought he might have been unconscious for a minute, because that was a hard fucking DDT.
It was, dude. It really was. I thought it was over right then. I was like, well, fuck, dude. That's it.
And then Hardy goes for a twist of fate, but, they know each other. Christian picks him up and throws him away like a child. That's like, no, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
And then Christian hits a spear, because Edge's partner.
Edge. Yeah.
And a frog splash, still only gets 2 counts.
Yeah.
Superplex. And it looks like Hardy gave the superplex, but hit the mat harder. Like,
I think he did.
Fell like right into the mat. I was like, oh God, be careful.
At least it wasn't on concrete.
Well, because usually when you do it, the person on top hits first, then you fall. But the way Hardy, he like slid into the mat and then Christian hit. So it's like, I think Hardy's hurting more than Christian.
Yeah, he definitely felt that one for sure.
And I liked how this went, where he did the low blow while pushing the ref away so he didn't see it. Hit the twist of fate. Only a 2 count. I thought that was going to be the finish.
I was
like, oh my God, he kicked out.
Yep.
Leech on the outside. I'm like, okay, we're going to get a count out. No, Christian comes back again. Hits the kill switch, gets the win.
Yeah.
4 stars I gave this match.
Absolutely.
For nostalgia, for an actual good match, and it's Matt Hardy and Christian Cage. Like,
yeah. Now, see, if that would have been a WWE match,
it'd have been 3 minutes.
It would have been,
and it would have been a roll-up pin.
It would have been absolute shit.
They would have focused. They would have focused on Matt Hardy's bald spot more.
Probably. Yeah. It was a good fucking match.
Then the HFO arrived to try to beat up on Christian, but Jurassic Express arrives.
Yeah.
What to say? Are we going to get a 6-man tag out of this?
I would like to see it happen.
Hardy and Private Party versus Christian, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. I dig that.
I can get behind that 100%.
And then for some reason, we got Wheeler Yuta versus Sammy Guevara. No offense to Wheeler Yuta, but you have no business getting in the ring with Sammy Guevara yet.
Fuck no. No.
After Sammy Guevara's match with MJF, you're going to get in the ring after that?
Yeah. Like, are you fucking... The dude's out of his mind.
Guevara knew. Like, when he walked in, he was just eating up the crowd.
Oh, yeah. He knew.
Like, because this is, one of their first, like, they just got the crowds back. So he's still living in the moment with it. He's, pandering to him. He's flipping around. He's posing. He's having fun with it. Fucking Guevara, because we talked about Andrade where he went for the moonsault. The guy moved and then he just hit and then hit again.
Yeah.
Well, Guevara went for the moonsault. The guy moved. He landed. Went for the moonsault. Guy rolled this way. Shooting star after that. I was like, what the actual fuck?
Dude, Guevara is so good, man.
So good.
Dude is awesome.
Springboard cutter. GTH for the win. Good job, Guevara. Like, this was essentially just like, hey, Guevara, go out to the crowd, beat up this kid, and have fun. And he's like, cool, thanks.
I'll do it. And he did. He
doing it for the fans.
Yes.
Sorry, Wheeler Yuta. It was not your night.
Nope. Not against Guevara.
And then we got this was the weak part of the match. It was Penelope Ford against Yuka Sakazaki. I'm not a big Penelope Ford. God damn it. Penelope Ford. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
And like I said, Sakazaki just hasn't connected with me. So I ended up, I didn't really care about this match.
Yeah.
It really didn't have any business being a Fyter Fest.
No.
All in all, just, I still gave it 2 stars. Better than some of the other matches that we've talked about.
Yeah.
But on this Fyter Fest card, very clear weekly.
Yeah.
And then we got our main event.
Main event?
Darby Allin, Ego Ethan Page in a coffin match. And I like that it's like a legit wooden coffin. It reminds me of like the old school casket matches.
Yeah, the Undertaker used to have. Yeah.
And you can tell AEW doesn't have the budget that WWE does because they can't just buy a legit fucking casket.
Right.
They have to build a box.
But that's more.
But it's cool because it has Darby's chest tattoo on it.
Yeah.
It says it's not over until you're underground.
Yes.
The Raw underground.
Ooh.
But I liked that. The setup was good.
Yeah.
Darby wasted no time.
Fuck no.
Had a back plate on, like Bret Hart style in WCW. Just started unloading on Ethan Page.
Yeah.
But Scorpio Sky comes out of the coffin to attack Darby, which I thought was a good spot. You always got to have someone in the coffin.
It is a good spot.
So Sting came out like a disappointed dad, just like, you kids play fair now, and threw Scorpio Sky out of there. Like, just watching him walk down, it's like a dad.
Oh, dude, he was like, yeah.
You sons of bitches again.
Yep.
I tell you kids
like,
every
damn,
time.
I gotta deal with you guys again. I feel your pain, Sting. Trust
the
me.
Neighbor kids never play fair. It was awesome.
It was great, man.
So he gets skied. He's beating them all over the fucking crowd. Crowd's obviously losing their minds. Meanwhile, Darby gets thrown into the rail and then the steps. I'm like, Darby, be careful. You always bump so hard.
Dude, and that stair bump fucking it
was rough.
I was like, damn, dude, are you okay? Like, can you continue? Because he hit that motherfucker hard as shit, dude.
And then the rail, there's no padding. It's just a fucking rail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, be careful with this man.
He's tiny.
And then Ethan Page, he took apart the ring.
Yeah.
And took the hook and hooked Darby's chain and choked him. So Darby took the hook and fish hooked Page.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. And also, when do you ever really see someone use the turnbuckle, like take it off as a weapon? Like, it's
been a long time.
It doesn't usually happen. But also, most wrestlers haven't had like the main event guys that were brought in from something else haven't had to actually assemble a ring. Like Brock Lesnar probably has no idea how to take the turnbuckle off.
Oh no.
Page in Canada used to build the ring and then wrestle in it. So
yep.
He's like, I used to do this shit all the time. Just give me a second.
Yeah, this is easy.
But yeah, fucking crazy spots in here.
Oh, dude.
Darby took the Ego's edge on the steps.
Yeah. Ouch.
And just like, just how hard he hit it. Like,
yeah.
Felt so bad for him.
Oh, dude. Man. Wasn't it like he did it off like the top?
Off the top
rope.
So he had a few feet to drop and then just hit the steps and then just like planted.
My back's on fire just fucking thinking about it, dude.
But then Darby counters and jumps off the top rope and skateboards across Ethan Page, which was a cool spot and also really hard to do. Like, that had to be really well timed. So
yes.
Darby's awesome. knocks Cage into the casket, closes the casket. Darby wins, but that's not enough.
That's not enough.
Goes to the top rope and coffin drops through an actual coffin onto Ethan Page.
Yes.
I'm like, Darby, why?
Dude, Darby is such a fucking badass.
You didn't have to do this.
He did have to do that to show Page, look here, motherfucker.
Don't you?
I'm not the one.
It's not my dad you have to worry about. It's me.
Right. Yeah.
When he jumped into the coffin, it reminded me of that YouTube video that we always share of that guy who jumps on like microwaves.
This is for the juggalos. Dude.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit.
It's kind of like that.
Darby is. Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, he's a lot cooler than that guy.
A lot cooler.
No offense to that guy.
Hopefully Darby's not a juggalo.
No.
Because if he is,
if he was a juggalo, he would have had clown. He would have had clown paint by now. But no, he's always got the skull.
Yeah.
So then we're on to the news.
Here we go.
We talked about Bayley being out for 9 months because the ACL tear.
Yep.
Mandy Rose demoted to NXT.
Yeah, dude. What's up with that?
Aaliyah's getting bumped up.
Yeah. What's up with that?
And so they decided to switch her with Mandy Rose.
It makes no sense, dude.
Because they said we didn't have anything for Mandy Rose to do, so we decided to put her in NXT.
Her and Dana had that thing with Natty and Tamina going.
Well, now Dana's going to be paired with Aaliyah.
Why make that trade-off, though? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Aaliyah's never done anything. She hasn't done shit in NXT.
No. And
that's
she's probably not going to do anything
not,
in the main roster.
Right. That's not saying that she's not good, but she hasn't done anything.
Yeah. Agreed. But yeah, when I read that, I'm like, what?
Yeah. It makes no fucking sense, dude. No.
Goldberg versus Lashley? Question mark. Plans of it were leaked, but because of the negative fan backlash, it may not happen.
I hope it doesn't, because fuck Goldberg.
Yeah, and it's like every time Goldberg comes back, people get pissed off. Why do you keep doing it?
Because they just pull him in from nowhere
and throw him in a title picture.
Yeah. Look at what happened with him and Bray. Are you fucking kidding me? We're not doing this shit again. Don't fucking do it again.
So yeah, it could happen, but I don't know.
I hope it doesn't.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. back in WWE.
Yeah.
He had some dark matches on SmackDown. Don't know when his main roster debut will be, but he's here.
I'm excited to see what he's going to do, man.
I mean, I liked him back in the Hart Dynasty days, but I haven't seen him wrestle in a long time, and I hope he still got it.
Right. I bet he does, especially if he's been keeping up with his training and shit. He'll be all right.
And also on the sadder side, we did have the passing of Paul Orndorff. We talked about his dementia kicking in full force, and apparently it didn't take much longer than that. But
man, that sucks, dude.
Sad to hear that. Obviously, he was a big part of early WWF, like when McMahon was starting the empire that is the WWF. Orndorff was part of, like, he was one of the major heels at the time.
Yep.
I mean, he was in the first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So yeah, very sad to hear that. Condolences to the family, but he will forever be remembered in wrestling legacy.
Pioneer, man.
Exactly.
Pioneer.
Then we got Mr. McMahon sweating AEW ticket sales, because if you compare All Out sales to like every other ticket sales that they're doing right now, even SummerSlam took a long time to sell tickets. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I don't even know if SummerSlam is completely sold out yet.
It's not.
That's insane, dude.
So,
but also, to be fair, their tickets are fucking outrageous.
But still,
fucking outrageous.
But still, yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah,
and
it is.
That's why he's making all these call-ups. He's trying to get people interested in the main roster desperately. Like they've said, McMahon is very nervous because in the past he's like, I'm not worried about AEW. I'm not worried. He's worried about AEW now.
He's worried. He's fucking worried.
And he should be.
He should be.
Because they're killing it at every turn. And it's not like they haven't missed one shot they took.
No.
Not only in profits, but in fan service.
Yeah.
So,
watch out, Vince, dude.
Vince, you've had plenty of time to adjust. You haven't. now you need to start.
Yeah. And that's another thing pointing on, these main roster call-ups and shit. He's trying to get people into it. Yeah, I get that. And I would be, more excited about it. But here's the thing.
You know how it goes when they get
Look at Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Look at Aleister Black. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. If you're going to call people up, have something for them. Don't just be like, okay, come here, and then we're just going to
look at Ricochet
sit in the room. Yeah, dude. It's been over a year since he's been there, 2 years probably now. And he's just now, like, he's in Money in the Bank.
Look at Andrade.
Yeah. He's going to excel.
Pretty much look at every NXT champion.
Yeah.
Of the past that is probably not even around anymore.
With the exception of Drew.
Yeah, okay. Drew
is like the only one. And Bianca.
Look what happened with Samoa Joe when he went to the main roster.
Nothing. He had the IC title, right? Or the US
title for a little bit.
Yeah. And then that was it.
And he feuded with AJ over the WWE title, but he never actually won it.
No, he didn't.
Which he's back in NXT. Look at Ember when she went up there and they did nothing with her.
Yeah, nothing.
So why, like, look at Piper Niven. Yeah. That's why people don't want to go.
Yeah.
That's why Ember wanted to stay in NXT.
Yeah.
That's why Gargano's never said yes.
And I don't think he will either.
He won't.
Because he's been offered.
He's been multiple times.
Yeah.
So has Cole.
Yeah. And Ciampa.
And Ciampa said he would.
Ugh, don't do it, dude. Please don't fucking do it.
Yeah, they're not going to book him correctly.
They won't.
But think about Ciampa. It's not hard to book him correctly. He is a badass.
Yeah.
Just book him as a scary monster man.
Yeah.
This fairy tale demon, and you'll be just fine.
Yep.
But they wouldn't. They'd probably make him job out to somebody.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
So
because I kind of feel like he's getting that way in NXT right now.
But in the best, like, they lost to MSK, but they made MSK look really good.
Oh yeah.
Like Ciampa's got a reputation. Even if he loses a match, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. He's a hard hitter, dude.
And like the people he's lost to are champions like Walter and MSK and stuff. There's no damage to the reputation.
No.
Now, if he takes a loss to, like, I don't know, off the top of my head,
Jake Evans or Jack Evans or Jake Atlas. God damn, there's Jake Atlas.
Yeah, if he loses to Jake Atlas, then yeah, that's bad.
That's stupid.
I was like, Jack Evans is in TH2.
There's
a lot of similar names.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I knew who the fuck I was talking about.
Also, I guess Austin Theory wrestled a match on Dark on SmackDown.
Yeah. He might be going back to the main roster.
No, it just seems like a lot of them are just they need someone to wrestle on Dark and they'll just go do it. I don't really think it corresponds because the one guy in the breakout tournament wrestled a match on SmackDown Dark a few times. What's his name?
Was it Carmelo Hayes?
No, is that real big guy?
Duke?
No. I can't think of his name at the time, but he's wrestled like 3 Dark matches on SmackDown, and he's in the breakout NXT tournament. Like, so I think it's just like if they need someone, so like, oh hey, come do this real quick.
Yeah,
because it's just SmackDown Dark. I don't think it has to correspond with a call up necessarily.
No.
But yeah, that's the news. Oh wait, one more. The Fiend's message to fans, because obviously fans have been wondering, where's Bray Wyatt? What's going on with him? And he basically said that he, in his tweet, that I miss the fans. I just had to go through some stuff on my own. I'll be back. Don't worry, I'm okay. Which is nice to hear. We were like legitimately worried.
I still am, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
But
because they've already ruined They've already ruined the Fiend.
But they did that. Apparently, there's plans when he comes back for something.
I'm sure they have.
I don't know what that is. But the thing about the Fiend is, it's one of their most, like, yes, they fucked up a lot of things, but that character has been one of the best characters of the past, like, decade.
Absolutely.
Like, probably since The Undertaker has there been a legit just made character that is so over with the fans.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm not saying it's Undertaker levels, but it's big.
It's huge.
And that's all from his mind. The guy makes shit work.
Yeah.
He is probably one of their most unique talents.
Yeah.
And they need to do whatever they can to keep him here. Because if Bray goes somewhere else, that's it.
Dude, that's it. That'll be it for me. I will be.
Because you said Alistair and Bray. Alistair's already in AEW.
Yeah. We're halfway there, dude. One more WWE. You can fucking take this and shove it up your fucking ass.
But good to have the check-in from him though that everything's okay. Because I know Brody's death still lingers on him. Yeah. But like I said, if he really wants to feel a closeness to Brody, there is a company that is that.
And they are more than willing to make that happen.
They would sign Bray in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Because any company would. Because they saw what he's done in WWE. Even when he's taking losses left and right, the fan support is through the roof.
Yes. So,
again, I look forward just to seeing him back, and hopefully it's something good. And if not, we'll still be there.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't put him up with Finn again.
No, we've already done that.
Yeah, we've already done that.
Let's do something new.
We didn't get the Fiend, versus the Demon, which I would still love to see that. That would be bad as fuck.
Well, because the main roster never really used the Demon except for Lashley that one time. They talked about it enough, but they damn sure didn't use it enough.
Yeah. But that's what they should have done with the Fiend, man. They should have made it to where when he's the Fiend, he's not going to lose, because when Finn is the Demon, he doesn't lose.
And it's usually a squash.
You need to have that kind of thing going with the Fiend.
Yeah, because you can have Firefly Bray.
Yeah.
Go out there and take a loss. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But then when the Fiend's there, oh shit, it's real. You're losing.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucking.
And you have that mystery of like who's gonna walk through that curtain.
Yeah.
And I would like that. Or even just if he is the Fiend all the time wrestling, just make sure he has good matches, because the guy can.
Yeah. Bray doesn't have bad matches, dude.
No.
Ever.
And he makes all of his characters work. He's had 3.
Yeah.
When Bray Wyatt first came, it's all in a similar kind of lore, but as the character has evolved, he's played it correctly every time. And evolved it when it was necessary, when things were starting to get stale, switching it up, and boom, it's different and cool and awesome.
Yeah, and everybody's fucking in love with it.
And his promo skills are just uncanny.
They've always been solid, dude. Holy
Even
fuck.
back when he was in FCW, they were like, this guy, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but Dusty Rhodes himself, who was the promo class teacher, said this guy's got it.
Yep.
I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what this is, but this is over.
Yeah.
And he was
Bray
right.
knows what's up, dude. He can do. The dude's just. He's.
It's money. Everything he does is money.
Yeah, he's really the only thing that has kept me interested in the main roster shit.
The person who needs to leave the most is Jeff. Jeff Hardy needs to go to AEW.
Go hang out with Matt, dude. Do it.
Well, okay. We know AEW would sign him in a heartbeat because it's Jeff fucking Hardy. We see even now that he's in his 40s. He still bumps like he's 20.
He does.
And a lot of guys, when they get older, when they try to do those high spots, they're sloppy. They miss.
Yeah.
Jeff still does it the same way. He's very accurate with his high flying still.
Yeah. He's a little bit slower at it. I get that.
Understandable.
But he fucking nails it every time.
Not only is he in his 40s, but he's been taking bumps like that since he was 15.
Yeah. Could you imagine a fucking match with Matt and Jeff versus the Young Bucks?
That's what I'm saying. And
dude,
because Matt said he wants the Hardys back together. Yeah. The Young Bucks are literally new age Hardy Boys.
Yeah, they are.
You have the actual Hardy Boys versus the new age Hardy Boys. Not only would that make a fuck ton of money, but if you put it a ladder match for the tag titles,
dude,
that's a 5-star match right there.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
And it promotes itself. Like if that's a pay-per-view, that pay-per-view sells out instantly just for that match.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it happen, Jeff.
Because that's like a battle of the eras.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even stop there. You could have the Lucha Bros and the Hardy Boys. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Pentagon and Jeff Hardy locking up? Come on now.
Dude. Fuck.
Or you could even have someone like Jurassic Express, like someone like Jungle Boy getting like these guys, like when he was a kid watching the Hardy Boys, now he's wrestling the Hardy Boys. Like that's great stuff too. The opportunities are endless, but where Jeff is now, there are no opportunities.
No.
So,
they didn't even have that battle royal that I thought they were going to with like Jeff and Jinder to get a Money in the Bank spot. He didn't even get a fucking match to qualify, dude. It's bullshit.
Well, he had that battle royal where that Riddle won.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in that.
I don't blame you for forgetting that he was in it.
Yeah,
he was there, but he wasn't even in the fucking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, they're not doing anything with him.
No.
And he's still there, and he still puts in the fucking work.
And it's so frustrating because like they treat him like a jobber, but he's Jeff Hardy. Like
he's a fucking legend, dude.
The things he has done for your company in particular.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, yeah, but he's had all these drug issues, and like, could we trust him? Like, yeah, that was in the past. People do change, and he's fucked up a lot in the past, but like, he's clean and he's willing to perform.
Yeah.
Even after you fucked him so many times.
Yep.
It's right there. It's right there.
He just needs to go to AEW, man. That's all there is to it.
And for some reason, he's staying loyal to WWE. In the past, he hasn't been.
I don't know why.
But, hopefully in the future, Jeff can go over. And like we said, we can have that Young Bucks Hardy Boys match that will literally blow the doors off the building.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Because you would think that Jeff wants to, there's probably not a lot of years left.
No. That's why he needs to do it now. Yeah.
So go there, have your last few years be just as explosive as your first few.
Yep.
Go out with being Jeff Hardy and not just on the undercard of WWE being forgotten about, and you want to end it there.
No.
So
he needs to go out with a fucking bang, dude, and it's not going to be with WWE. That's for sure.
They'll never give him the chance, and it sucks because he's literally like, he's the reason why we talk about tag team wrestling so fondly about WWE because like that was the golden age of tag wrestling because of the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian and all that. So, but the thing that's interesting though is if Jeff goes over, we have the Hardy Boys. We have Bubba Ray Dudley in ROH, so he could do a contract with AEW.
Yeah.
And we have Christian.
Yeah.
Edge only has a certain set contract with WWE. It's only a certain number of matches. It's not like a full contract. We could just have and Devon is out of the hospital and getting medically cleared.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Hardy,
Dudley's.
Edge and Christian, if you did TLC one last time
on AEW,
the money you could make is huge. Everybody, even the people that don't watch wrestling that watched during that era are going to watch that match.
They will.
Like McMahon talks about Goldberg and Lesnar drawing money. That's going to draw you money.
Yeah.
If you have like what started tag wrestling in the late 90s, and the TLC match was born there. You put it there on AEW with the three teams that started it all. And it's the last time because that Devon pretty much retired at this point.
Yeah.
Edge has said he only has a certain number of matches left.
Yeah.
But you say like this is how we're gonna go out with a TLC match with those teams.
Yeah.
That writes itself.
What better way to end your wrestling?
And I've been saying this for like a year now, but like seriously, we're so close to having it being a possibility. The hardest sell, honestly, is Devon because of his medical problems.
Yeah.
I could see Edge doing it. If like everyone's there and Edge is the only one that isn't in the company, he could be like, fuck it, I'll sign like a one match deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Because just to me, even for the guys involved, like that would be great for their careers.
Yeah.
Be like, let's go full circle.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Exactly.
Make it fucking happen.
And again, it's like, it just makes so much sense. It literally, like, from a business perspective, the payout is incredible.
Yeah.
So that's going to put an end to this edition of Wrestle Vomit. Join us next time. Hopefully Amber will be here.
She will be.
Hopefully she's not dead from working all those hours.
Yeah, I haven't even checked on her yet.
Will she have the belt?
It's coming back home with us tonight, Bob.
Is it though?
It is. I'm just saying, it's staying.
If it rests on your shoulders, Joe, it ain't coming home with you.
It is. It's coming back here.
All right. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment down below. We'd love to have a conversation. I mean, we literally made this podcast just because we love talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
If you're, which we saw that our viewership has spanned out. We have now multiple viewers in France.
Really? Nice.
And a few in Saudi Arabia. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
That's cool.
And until next time, stay safe.